Hi guys, welcome to Dead in the Dun. It's time for another all-time Premier League 11. This time it's the Man United fans having their say. So we're going to hear from Shahan and Sean, starting with Shahan. So in your own time, Shahan, take it away.
Alright, so I've been asked to do the greatest Manchester United starting 11 of all time. So yeah, I'll be playing a 4-4-2 formation. So starting from the back, obviously it's going to be between Van der Sar and Kasper Schmeichel. I'd say Kasper Schmeichel would just edge this because he was another level. The saves he used to make, he obviously was part of that treble winning team, the only English team to win the treble. Yeah, so I put Kasper Schmeichel in goal. Right back, I'd play the one and only Gary Neville, always bombing up and down that wing. So I'll give him the right back. Centre back for me, it's got to be easily Vidic and Rio Ferdinand. Two solid players, two great partnerships. Them two at the back, they were never seen before duo. I think the greatest Premier League centre-back duo of all time, in my view. Left back for me, during my time, I did see Evra a lot, but to be honest, I have to give it to Dennis Irwin just because he is one of a club legend. So yeah, Dennis Irwin takes the left back. Left mid, the one and only Ryan Giggs. What can I say? The Welsh legend. He had the mean left foot. He's crossing everything. His speed was, dribbling was something else. My two centre mid positions would go to Paul Scholes and Roy Keane. Paul Scholes, I'd say he didn't get talked about a lot, but his passing was, I think, in my view, the best in the Premier League has ever seen. He could pinpoint any pass anywhere. Roy Keane, what can I say? A tank, always on fighting, always giving everything for the team, always giving them hard tackles. So yeah, he takes the other centre mid spot. Right mid for me would be obviously the number 7, Cristiano Ronaldo. He was something else. When he came into the Premier League, he was lighting it up. So yeah, Cristiano Ronaldo on the right. Up front, it was an interesting and hard choice. And maybe some might not agree with me, but I would go firstly with Wayne Rooney. Wayne Rooney, obviously, his statistics, they speak for themselves. He's won everything. Top goal scorer for England, top goal scorer for Manchester United. Yeah, what can I say? Beast. And with Wayne Rooney up front, I would partner him with Robin van Persie. I know there's Van Nistelrooy. I know there's Eric Cantona. But for me, Van Persie, he came in that season and he just turned it around. Top goal scorer, and he single-handedly won us that title.
Right, I'm Sean, and I am a Man United supporter, and I am giving you my all-time Manchester United team. So I've been a Man United supporter since I was 7, so that's about 29 years now. So I've got a fair number of brilliant and good players to go on who to pick. I've generally picked 3 for each position and then whittled it down to the final 11, in which I will go through for you now. So first of all, I think it's a no-brainer for the goalkeeping position, and it has to be the legendary Peter Schmeichel. The other 2 that came into consideration were Edwin van der Sar and David de Gea. But the way Peter Schmeichel would just command his defence, his long throwouts, and when he was one-on-one, he was probably the best in the world at keeping people out. Then we shall go on to our defence, where I will start with right back, which was probably one of the easiest decisions in a sense, as well as the difficult ones, because there wasn't much to choose from. So I would have started watching football around 92. So there was Paul Parker and Gary Neville to choose with. So although Gary on TV always makes himself out to be nowhere near as good as everyone else that he played with, he was a good solid right back and had a fantastic partnership with David Beckham up and down the right wing or the right side. So that definitely goes to Gary Neville, just for being a solid player. Now I'm going to go on to the centre-back pairing, which is interesting because there was more to pick than I actually thought. So the list of players that I had to pick from were Steve Bruce, Gary Pallister, Jaap Stam, Rio Ferdinand and Nemanja Vidic. And that was one of the difficult choices I had to make, but I came to the conclusion along with the amount of trophies and the amount of time that they played for us, Bruce, absolute solid defender, and had a lot of goals in him compared to all the others, including scoring 19 goals in all competitions in one of the seasons. So Bruce gets the nod ahead of Vidic, Stam and Gary Pallister. And my other centre back to make the partnership is Rio Ferdinand. I think both of them were pretty calm on the ball and good in tight situations, and both were really good captains. And then for left back it was a choice between Patrice Evra, Luke Shaw and Dennis Irwin. And I think with the qualities that Dennis Irwin had as a solid defender, he was also really good in attack. He was a fantastic penalty taker and had some fantastic free kicks. I remember him scoring a beautiful one against QPR. It was lovely. And then we go to the midfield, which was, to be honest, pretty self-explanatory apart from one position. So you've got David Beckham on the right, who I think is one of the most underrated footballers ever, because whenever you get into a conversation with most other supporters of other clubs, they forget how good David Beckham was, not just on crosses, free kicks, but he was mobile and getting around the pitch, especially on the right hand side, and scored some beautiful goals. Then next, I think the central midfield picks itself really with Roy Keane, tough midfield general, passing and moving, got the odd goal and galvanised the team whenever it needed it. And then you've got the midfield maestro of Paul Scholes, absolute legend, could do everything. At the start of his career he'd play behind Cantona, scoring goals, running into the box. He gets your spectacular volleys from corners and just all-round genius in football. Now the difficult thing for me was Cristiano Ronaldo or Giggs on the left. And I've gone for Cristiano Ronaldo just because of the world-class player that he is. Although leaving Giggs out of the team totally is a difficult thing, considering he's still got the most assists in the Premier League ever with 162 assists. And he didn't do too badly with Premier League goals at 109. But I'm sticking with it. You've got to have the legend that is Cristiano Ronaldo. And of course, my picks for strikers are Andy Cole, because he's a personal favourite and I feel he's an absolute legend. And he has the third highest Premier League goals tally with 187. Only behind Wayne Rooney at 208 Premier League goals and behind Mr. Alan Shearer. and he's a total legend for the club, and maybe another underrated player, Andy Cole is. So he's my first striker, and my second striker had to be Wayne Rooney. I know I've left out legends like Cantona and Van Nistelrooy, but these two players, Andy Cole and Wayne Rooney, made more of an impact over a longer time. I suppose in the time that I've given myself in the 29 years of players, there are ones like Brian Robson that I could mention, but to make it fair with a lot of it, I thought it was best to be done on memories of my memories of the players itself. So I reckon that's a pretty good team that could put itself against any side. You know, in total, although it's a bit of a false stat because some of them would have won these titles together, there's 66 Premier League titles individually if you were to add up the ones they've won. So it's a pretty good side.